defendant in litigation, they tell me. No, it's not him. I've been talking about the wrong speaker. It's the gentleman from Sky, Bryn.
Well, 20 minutes ago, I was in the car driving over from Leeds thinking I was going to be standing down there. But hey-ho, made the mistake of walking up to the front, didn't I? Now I'm standing up here. But I'm not charging, don't worry, this is all for free. I've got to say that one of the greatest jobs I've been lucky enough to do, as I'm sure one or two are aware, in the Sky Sports role, I've had some good days, but the greatest day I enjoyed last month. That was at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. When I was asked if I wanted to work that day, I wasn't sure, because I really did feel that I'd like to have a few beers beforehand, sit in the stand, have a few beers afterwards, and probably travel back up to Wrexham in the back of a transit van like I used to do. Bin line boys, we are here. But those days have gone. I'm a professional these days, so I said, yeah, I'll do it. And at the end of the day, I knew why I'd say yes, I'd do it, because I was standing on the pitch at the final whistle, lucky enough to be standing on the pitch at the final whistle. And all around me were the sight of Wrexham players dancing, Wrexham officials dancing, and I was looking up and looking around the stands, a magnificent sight, a sight that will stay with me for the rest of my days. 16, 17, 18,000 people supporting Wrexham Football Club, celebrating a great victory. And when I looked around me, I caught the eye of Joey Jones. And Joey Jones's face, the hard man of football, Joey Jones, was lined with tears, red eyes, tears rolling down his cheeks. It meant that much to Joey Jones. It meant that much to everybody here, and it will continue to mean that much to everybody in the future. Because of what's happened this season, it's been a terrible season, but the way I've seen people rally around this football club and the support I've seen gather for this football club, up to days like this, even at the final whistle on Tuesday night, as I had to report our relegation, there were people standing up and cheering from the stands. We found our heart, we found our passion, and we found our voice. We must never lose that voice now. We've been too trusting. Don't trust people again. We haven't asked questions. There are people on this balcony who've asked questions. There are people down there who asked questions, but they were lone voices for a time. We didn't push. We were sceptical. Some people were critical, but they kept on asking the questions, and they were asking the right questions. Even those in the media perhaps stand accused of not asking those questions, but they kept working at it, and what they said was right. We'd allowed ourselves to be too trusting. We let people come into the football club we didn't know. It's our football club. We have to remember that from now on. It belongs to me, it belongs to all of you. It's our football club. We must never be that trusting again. So from this day forward, when we walk away from here, and we walk through the town centre, and we walk up to the racecourse, let's feel the passion. Let's remember, we love Wrexham Football Club. We're Wrexham till we die. Don't let them back in. Keep fighting for Wrexham Football Club. I mentioned questions being asked. One of the people who's done a fantastic job, I'd like to reiterate what Ian Lucas has said. The work of the Trust has been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. There are many amongst us who pay our money into the Trust, but perhaps our involvement doesn't go beyond that financial contribution that we make. But there are a few guys, a small number of guys, lads and ladies, who've been involved throughout the course of this season, giving up huge long hours, hard hours, working very, very hard indeed to keep Wrexham on the agenda, to keep raising money to ensure that these sorts of things will not need to be done again. We can't let that work slip away now. Please help them out, help the trust out. As Ian has said, get involved with the trust, because that is the way ahead. We have to buy an ownership in our own football club. We have to go out and work hard to make sure we never let anybody else take it away from us again. But in terms of the questions being asked, there is one person on this balcony who did a magnificent job right from the start. He's put his livelihood on the line as far as this is concerned. He's gone far beyond anything I would ever dare do. What he's done, it could be taking his house away from him after all. I hope his wife's not here today. But he's done a tremendous, tremendous job. One of a number of people. We talked about questions. They are the ones who first asked the right questions. They've continued to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Lindsay Jones.